I will preface this story by saying that my mother has always claimed that she's some psychic or has some psychic power and was able to automatically write and use Ouijas very well. I'm an atheist and kind of skeptic, so even though over the years I had witnessed some pretty crazy stuff, nothing like this. I'm a 30-year-old male, and my 22-year-old female 4.0 college student fiance passed away suddenly 3 months ago to this day, and even on a Friday. So me, my friend who believes she can see spirits and auras, and my mom decided to try to contact my fiance after my mother decided to visit a psychic who told her things about her son being constantly followed by a female spirit. So, commence Ouija board session. By lighting all of my fiance's candles and putting her stuff/letters to me all over our old bedroom, my mom asked specifically for her over and over again. Finally, this oracle, plastic moving thingy, whatever it's called, started to move quickly and randomly. Then we asked it if it was her. It went to yes. Then I asked if she could spell out our song, and she did. It was Ho Hey by the Lumineers. So I asked her what her favorite movie was. She spelled out Braveheart. Bingo. I asked her how she died, and not only did she tell us, but she named the freaking city. Then we asked her if she was happy, if she still loved me, if she was waiting for me on the other side, etc. We asked if she was my guardian angel now, and she said yes. Then I asked her a question, a secret only I knew, and asked if I should tell it to her twin sister. She said not yet. Then I said, how long? More than a year? Yes. So 2 years? Yes. Then here's the part that blew me right away. She said she couldn't talk anymore, and I asked her if she could just say goodbye to me. She said, XO, XO. XO was what she got tattooed on her, because we ended every text between us with an XOXO. She even changed all of her screen names online to end with XO. I still can't believe what I witnessed tonight, and I cannot describe the amount of comfort I have after speaking with her tonight. Even though I would normally never believe in things like this, I know what I saw. Edit. This tragedy was so awful that I didn't even think I would ever recover. I am slowly healing though. One thing I forgot to mention in my original post was that when I asked her, is there anything you want me to do? She responded with, be happy. Edit 2. A couple of things that I'd like to add in is that she was brain dead, but in a coma for 4 days before she died. We asked her if her soul had passed over peacefully, and she said no. We asked if the coma was hard for her soul, and she said yes. We asked if her coma and crossing over was painful. She said yes. Also, I would like to say that with my mom as a medium who has quote-unquote proven psychic abilities, and with all of the personal things and secrets that she knew, and her saying XO, XO, has me convinced that we were indeed talking to her, and not a bad spirit. Yes, there was a huge sense of closure for me knowing that she is okay, and that she's watching over me, waiting for me, and that she wants me to be happy. I haven't felt this good since she passed. And for a little more background, we couldn't have been more in love than we were. Most people that knew her will say that she loved me more than anyone has ever loved anyone else, more than they loved their own spouse, etc. And down deep, I felt the same exact way over her. This was some princess bride shit. We were downright head over heels in love. I had never, in my 30 years, planned on getting married, and we had already picked a date. Sort of. This happened way back when I was in the first grade. My family lived in a rural area in the Philippines. I went to a private school in a small town nearby. In fact, there weren't a lot of students in my school. In my class, there was only about 6 students, including me, 3 guys and 3 girls. We all got along well. The story started when the movie titled Spirit of the Glass came out. I only have a vague recollection of it, but I do remember that it was about a group of friends playing with this game called Spirit of the Glass, which was basically played like Ouija. As a matter of fact, I don't think there were really any differences between the two other than the name. My friend, who we'll call Mark, suggested that we played it. Among all of us, Mark was the troublemaker, if I could say. He was a little too adventurous and got injured a lot, but he was our charismatic leader, nonetheless. So, we set up a makeshift board using a pen and some paper and sat in a circle. We placed 2 fingers each on top of this coin that we were using as a planchette and began asking the usual questions like, is there a spirit here? What's your name? How did you die? That kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you have to close your eyes while you play, and you only get to open it once the planchette stops moving. For non-yes or no questions, you have your eyes open and spell it out, letter by letter. Being the skeptic that I am, I chalked it up to just Mark or one of the others moving this planchette. I also assumed that it was rubbing my arm because during the game I was feeling someone gently rubbing their fingers on my arm. I stood up and called BS. Mark reprimanded me and told me that I apparently bothered the spirit by breaking the circle. He said the spirit is now stuck in our world since I closed the portal by breaking the circle. I sat back down, still not believing Mark. I told them that we should play with our eyes open, so I can show them that it's all fake. We asked a question, and I felt someone run their fingers on my arm. But it didn't make sense. My eyes were open, and I was looking at my arm. I looked up at Mark, who had the exact same look as I did, just wide-eyed and scared. None of us said a word. We all just bolted out of the room. But that wasn't the end of my nightmare. Days after that happened, my mom and I would constantly wake up in the middle of the night. Annoyed, I'd ask her why she was waking me up. She said that she could hear me crying. I told her I wasn't. In fact, my face was dry. There was no indication that I was crying. And the worst part was when she began taking my blanket away again. I asked her why. She told me that she was worried that I'll end up strangling myself, since every time she went to wake me up, she'd find the blanket wrapped around my neck. That stopped after a week, and my life just returned back to normal. I haven't used a Ouija board since, and if by curiosity you want to try it, I would advise against it. I still don't believe that ghosts exist, but I do believe that demons do. And I believe that what followed me home that day was a demon. It's been almost a year since I posted a story about my first encounter with a Ouija board. Things have gotten much worse. In this post, I told my story about the one and only encounter I had with a Ouija board. Here it was in a nutshell. I messed with a Ouija board when I was about 15. I scared one of my friends, making him think that the spirit wanted him dead. My friend left the room. When I was by myself, the Ouija board locked my hand on the pointer. I was just having fun until I saw what the pointer was spelling out. It was telling me to apologize. I tried to, but it didn't seem to work. I usually stay 2 days a year at my parents' house because whatever was pissed at me still is. It doesn't follow me, but I can't visit my parents for a long time. It stomps, slams doors, pretty much has a fit when I come over. It disappears after I leave. It really hates me. About a year ago, I invited my friend over to settle this problem. It didn't work. I decided to take it with me to college and toss it out halfway in the middle of nowhere. When I returned to my dorm, I hung out with friends, had a great time, and found the Ouija board sitting on my bed. That night I decided to burn it. We planned a bonfire, threw it in, and spent the rest of the night watching it burn. 11 months have passed. I moved out of the student housing with my fiance. We are having a great time at our new apartment, and tonight I hear an all too familiar sound. Scratching. At first I thought maybe it's just the cat. I searched and nothing. That occurred at about 9 last night. Tonight as I sit here, alone in my apartment, I made my fiance leave in case of any danger. A door slammed shut. This was followed with some heavy steps towards her, which scared the living shit out of her. Also, she found the board. It was in our small study room closet. Burned. Whatever is attached to me has come back for vengeance. I've jumped numerous times while typing this because the slamming around my apartment is just getting out of hand. I plan to leave tomorrow, find a way out of this mess. I've heard that my friend recently passed away, unrelated incident. I wish I could say sorry to him one last time. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you would like to see more, make sure to like, comment, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I've got a lot more of these Ouija board stories, and I know you guys really do like these. So, make sure to let me know down in the comment section if you would like to see more. Make sure to check out the channel members and the links in the description, everything like that. Twitter, Instagram, everything like that. But, with that being said, stay safe, stay scary, and I'll see you in the next one.